Russell Westbrook is being traded to the Wizards. The Rockets receive John Wall and a first-round pick. Ding! What do you think of this news?
I love it in the sense that the NBA just keeps getting more and more interesting, right? They just keep delivering. It's like, no, this can't really happen, can it? Oh, yeah, sure.
Why not?
Okay, yeah. It'll be interesting. But Russell Westbrook, I mean, just think about what has happened since, it wasn't that long ago that he was right there with KD and they're threatening to take down the Warriors, right? Or almost
3-1.
They had that lead. Yeah, and now since then, it's just been such a precipitous drop. Everything's gone differently, and now he's bouncing from the Rockets and James Harden to bouncing over to the Wizards, and they're hoping that he can change things for Bradley Beal to that level. I mean, it's obviously a little bit of grasping for both franchises, but it's fun.
We like it.
I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I think the winner is the team that got the draft pick. In this case, it's Houston, and I understand why they get it. John Wall did not play at all this past season. Didn't really play much the 2 years before that either. I think he only averaged about 35 games a season. So he's been down and out for a few years now. They both have the same amount of money left on their contracts. It's a very parallel trade, and why not? You have to do something in Houston. That team just... I still don't know what happened to that franchise. They were interesting. They were fun. They got a game off the Lakers in the second round, and then not competitive after that. Had to mix it up a little bit.
As exciting as all of this is, let me remind all of us that there's still one thing that is above and beyond our control, and that's the pandemic. And here's the latest from the NBA. The NBA and Players Association released initial COVID-19 testing results in a joint statement, saying NBA players returned to a league-wide testing program over the past week, with testing beginning between November 24th through the 30th, depending on the day that a player returned to the team's market. Of the 546 players tested for COVID-19 during this initial return to market testing phase, 48 have returned positive tests. Anyone who has returned a confirmed positive test during this initial phase of testing in their team's market is isolated until they are cleared for leaving isolation under the rules established by the NBA and the Players Association in accordance with CDC guidelines.
A little nervous, threw me off, but here we go.
Me too. Kevin Brez.
Way to keep your composure. What's with the new backdrop? Usually there's like a beautiful view of Palos Verdes off to your left. What happened today?
My wife took my desk and my view, and so now I'm sort of sitting in a corner.
Yeah, I can tell.
Making the best of it. But, that's the way it goes sometimes, as I'm sure the gentlemen out there know. That's the way it is.
You got to defer. Absolutely.
Happy wife, happy life. That's the motto. Guys, good to see you both. We got a packed show. Let's get right to it. The biggest news of the day. LeBron James is going to be here a while. According to multiple media reports, LeBron and the Lakers have agreed to a 2-year contract extension that will keep LeBron with the purple and gold through the 2022-23 season. LeBron is coming off a year where, at age 35, he led the league in assists at over 10 a game. Now, LeBron was already under contract for $39 million this year. The reported terms of the extension, starting in the 2021-22 season, he will be making over $41 million, and that will bump up to over $44.5 million in the 2022-23 season. I love those numbers. Clutch Sports tweeting out the news saying, "Congrats, King James, signing your extension with the Lakers. Hashtag clutch."
Clutch.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this news caught me by surprise. Kevin Ding, did it you as well?
Yeah. I mean, you don't get this very often in the NBA world, where you get blindsided by a star, the ultimate star, signing a deal of any sort. So kudos to Clutch and LeBron's crew in this sense. But the more you think about it, the more sense it makes. If LeBron is this comfortable, this happy with the Lakers family, then it makes sense. He can make a little bit more money by extending it now based on the collective bargaining agreement arrangements. But the gist of it is that he's not desperate, but eager to lock himself in with this new Lakers family. And more than anything else, it's a testament to what a great year they had together. As much crazy stuff has happened, right? It brought LeBron closer to the Lakers family, and here's the result is moving forward.
Yeah, the extension I was expecting from a Clutch client was Anthony Davis any day now. They've been talking about that for a while now. And yeah, definitely very excited by this, but also definitely surprised by it. And no one more deserving than LeBron James. He turned back the clock at least 10 years with his play in the playoffs. He was outstanding in the bubble. well deserving of that Finals MVP, and what a pickup for the Lakers. And the other thing is, next season, not the one that's about to start, but next season, it was a player option. So maybe in like January or February, a few months from now, maybe some questions would have cropped up from reporters. You know, what are you going to do about your opt-in? And now he gets to avoid all those questions and just concentrate on basketball for 3 solid years with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Which is so nice, because I think we've caught him, though he's about to turn 36, at still a very nice time of his career. Exactly.
Absolutely.
You both kind of touched on it, Kevin, as well. Just the confidence this shows that he has in the franchise and that they have in him. Moving forward, the trickle-down effect. What does this mean? And we were kind of talking before we came on air. He does have a son, and the years may line up.
I know where you're going.
He's got 2 sons, but there's one in particular.
Yeah, I mean, it does line up. The math does work out that when LeBron is done with this extension, Bronny could be entering the NBA, and LeBron could just go join him and play there for 1 more year. Or the way that LeBron looks, he could be playing for 3, 5, 10 more years the way LeBron looks right now. But that's, far out there. And LeBron, as you know, Ali and Brez, he's mentioned that as a goal of his, a far-reaching goal, but that's a goal of his to have line up. But for now, the gist of it is that, and it's sort of refreshing, to be honest, to have a star player not be trying to, hold a hammer over an organization and say, look, I can leave at any time. I can leave after any year. And LeBron showed the whole league how to do that, basically, by signing short-term deals over and over and over. And now he knows this is where he wants to be. This is the franchise he long wanted to play for, right? And this is a partnership that has proved to be everything that he wanted it to be. But they won, right? And they're working with them in a beautiful fashion. So more than anything, it's a collective feeling here, and it's refreshing, right? I mean, you everywhere you go now, players are trying to dictate to management, well, I want this, I can show you this, I can bring in this player. But here's LeBron saying, hey, we're working together beautifully. Let's keep it going, and I want to end my career here unless my son brings me somewhere else.
Yeah, where's Bronny going to get drafted potentially, a few years down the road? And there's a lot to talk about between now and then. But just the fact that LeBron indeed is saying, hey, I've enjoyed my years in LA. It helps when you win a championship in his 2nd season with the Lakers. But again, there's not going to be that carnival, the kind of the circus atmosphere when he was getting ready to leave Miami several years ago, or Cleveland for the 2nd time. Those entire seasons, he was asked, what are you going to do? What's going to happen? Where are you going to be 6 months from now? And now he gets to avoid all that. And what a strong statement to potential free agents down the road. LeBron's here to stay. He never looked better than he did in the most recent playoff season. And now we just wait for Anthony Davis. How long will his deal be? That's what's next.
And then after that, games, which we're starting to find out when those are happening.
Slowly but surely.
The NBA, yes, made it official that the Lakers will be playing in the first night of the regular season. They will, of course, be playing the Clippers. Game 1 is Tuesday, December 22nd at 7 o'clock. The other game that day is Warriors and Nets. KD expected to make his Brooklyn debut against his former team. The Christmas Day slate of games have also been announced, and it's a great lineup. The Lakers play at 5 o'clock against Luka Doncic and the Mavs. The day starts with the young Pelicans against the Miami Heat, followed by the Warriors versus Bucks. Then Nets Celtics. The Lakers and Mavs are the 4th game of the day, which wraps up with then Clippers and Nuggets. Talking with me and Richard Jefferson on the Road Trippin' podcast, LeBron had nothing but praise for Luka's game.
Luka is one of my favorite players in the NBA today. From the simple fact of the way I play the game is exactly how I love the way he plays the game. Team first, gets his guys involved. If you challenge me to score, I'm going to score. And at the same time, I'm going to score. And also, at the same time, I'm going to keep my guys involved. But I play for the team, and I'm going to play with a sense of joy. When Luka was going through his contract negotiations with Nike, and you saw him at one point, he was wearing Jordans. He started wearing the other brands.
Other brands, you don't even say.
Yeah, I don't say the other brands.
So good at that.
He was wearing the other brands on his feet during practices in Notion. I wanted to begin Team LeBron and have Luka as my first signing with Nike.
Oh, wow.
This is what I wanted. And I don't believe that my guys at Nike was ready for that. And obviously they were not, because he ended up going to Jordan.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Luka knows this, but he would know it now. I wanted Luka to be the first signee of Team LeBron when he was going through his situation. And it didn't happen. He's still under the same umbrella of Nike's with Jordan, but I wanted him to be, and that's how much I believed in him.
Yeah.
And it's going to, I feel like it's going to haunt me a little bit.
It's going to haunt you.
But I wanted him to be my guy. I wanted him to be my first guy because I just love what he stands for.